Hello there. Do you know where I am? Yes, inside a spaceship. Do you want to go explore space with me? Alrighty. Let's go.
Wow. Wow.
Do you see the planets behind me? They look amazing. Can you name all the planets? I have an idea. Let's go explore the planets. The first planet is Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system and the closest to the Sun. Its orbit around the Sun takes 87.97 Earth days, the shortest of all the Sun's planets. Mercury has the most craters in the solar system. The biggest crater in Mercury could fit Western Europe. Not only is Mercury the smallest planet, it is also shrinking. Mercury has some extreme temperature changes. Also because of its weak atmosphere, Mercury can't contain any of the heat coming from the Sun, so it goes through some wild temperature changes. By day the surface temperature can reach 800 degrees Fahrenheit, 427 degrees Celsius, but at night it can drop down to minus 269 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 173 degrees Celsius. There is a piece of Mercury here on Earth. In 2012 a green meteorite was found being sold at a street market Morocco. After studying its composition, astronomers believe it might have come from Mercury as it matches the data we have of Mercury sent by the Messenger probe. The meteorite could have arrived after one of the many impacts on Mercury sent some pieces of it flying into space. Oh yes, we're in Venus. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. It is sometimes called Earth's sister, or twin planet as it is almost as large and has a similar composition. A day on Venus is longer than a year. It takes Venus longer to rotate once on its axis than to complete one orbit of the Sun. That's 243 Earth days to rotate once. Venus is hotter than Mercury. Despite being further away from the Sun, its mean temperature is 462 degrees Celsius. This is because of the high concentration of carbon dioxide in Venus's atmosphere, which works to produce an intense greenhouse effect. Heat is trapped in the atmosphere like a blanket, causing the temperature of the planet to be much higher than its proximity to the Sun would suggest. Unlike the other planets in our solar system, Venus spins clockwise on its axis. Venus is the second brightest natural object in the night sky after the Moon. The clouds of sulfuric acid in Venus's atmosphere make it reflective and shiny, obscuring our view of its surface. We're back in Earth. Earth is our home planet. It is the third planet from the Sun, and the only place we know of so far that's inhabited by living things. While Earth is only the fifth largest planet in the solar system, it is the only world in our solar system with liquid water on the surface. Just slightly larger than nearby Venus, Earth is the biggest of the four planets closest to the Sun, all of which are made of rock and metal. Earth is currently the only known planet where water can exist in liquid form on the surface. Most of our planet is covered by water, around 71%. The vast oceans keep the temperatures on Earth stable, and this is crucial in the maintaining of life. Water is essential for life, at least the way we know it. Earth isn't completely spherical but a bit bulged at the equator due to rotation. Thus the Earth is not flat. If all the people on Earth would jump at the same time, we could produce a magnitude 4 to 8 earthquake. Oh wow. We are in Mars. Wait, do you see any Martians? Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun and the second smallest planet in the solar system. Mars is also known as the Red Planet. This is because Mars is covered in soil, rock, and dust made from iron oxide, which gives the surface a red rusty color. Mars is named after the Roman god of war. A day on Mars lasts 24 hours and 37 minutes. As it's so close to Earth, Mars is the planet that humans will most likely step foot on and explore first. We sent out Mars rovers, which are like robots, on missions to explore Mars and collect samples and record scientific data for scientists on Earth to study. There is no evidence of life on Mars. However, it is the planet with the best conditions to support life, and scientists believe there is potential for life under the surface of Mars because they recently found water ice just under the surface. Whoa, this is massive. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun and the largest in the solar system. It would take 11 Earths lined up next to each other to stretch from one side of Jupiter to the other. Jupiter has the shortest day of the 8 planets. The planet Jupiter rotates very quickly, turning on its axis once every 9 hours and 55 minutes. Jupiter has at least 67 moons and satellite around the planet. This includes the 4 large moons called the Galilean moons that were first discovered by Galileo Galilei in 1610. 8 spacecraft have visited Jupiter so far. Wow, that planet has a ring. It must be Saturn. Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun and the 2nd largest in the solar system, after Jupiter. You cannot stand on Saturn. It is not like Earth. Saturn is made mostly of gases. It has a lot of helium. This is the same kind of gas that you put in balloons. Its beautiful rings are not solid. They are made up of bits of ice, dust and rock. Saturn goes around the Sun very slowly. A year on Saturn is more than 29 Earth years. Saturn spins on its axis very fast. A day on Saturn is 10 hours and 14 minutes. The ringed planet is so far away from the Sun that it receives much less sunlight than we do here on Earth. Saturn is the only planet that could float in water. Almost there. This must be Uranus. Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun, and has the 3rd largest diameter in our solar system. It was the first planet found with the aid of a telescope. Uranus was discovered in 1781 by astronomer William Herschel, although he originally thought it was either a comet or a star. Uranus is the coldest planet in the solar system. Temperatures are on average at around -224 degrees Celsius, -371 degrees Fahrenheit. The reason why Uranus is blue is due to the presence of methane. Uranus rotates in the opposite direction than most planets, from east to west. It is also the only planet known to rotate on its side. Uranus has been visited only once by a spacecraft, namely, Voyager 2. This must be the last one. Neptune is the 8th planet from the Sun and the farthest known solar planet. In the solar system, it is the 4th largest planet by diameter, the 3rd most massive planet, and the densest giant planet. It is 17 times the mass of Earth. Neptune is the only planet in our solar system not visible to the naked eye and the first predicted by mathematics before its discovery. Neptune is dark, cold, and very windy. Neptune is very similar to Uranus. It's made of a thick soup of water, ammonia, and methane over an Earth-sized solid center. Its atmosphere is made of hydrogen, helium, and methane. The methane gives Neptune the same blue color as Uranus. Voyager 2 is the only spacecraft to have visited Neptune. No spacecraft has orbited this distant planet to study it at length and up close. What a whirlwind trip. Well, that's it for now. I hope you had fun learning about the planets. See you real soon.